Hello guys, good morning. In today's class, we will learn how to insert a registration form into a database table. So let me show you first what we are going to learn. So as you can see, I have to write first name, then last name, then email ID, and then password, and then gender. So let me click submit or register. So as you can see, message has pop up, successfully registered. So this is what actually we are going to learn. Now let me show you in my database table. So this is my database table registration having a name TBL register. So let me show you the data what actually I am having. So only one record available which I have inserted just now. First name, last name, email ID and password is getting inserted successfully. Now let me show you once again. Let me insert let me insert with the same record register. Oh, what you can see, it is saying email ID already exists. So I hope you got what actually we are going to do. What we are trying to convey you that if you try to insert same record having a same email ID, then my system will not allow you to register. The email ID is actually unique here. So I hope you got it. So this is my user interface and I'll explain you how to do these things. So first let me show you the SQL server. So this is my schema of the table. We are having 4 to 5 columns having RID which is auto generated, F name, last name, email ID, password and gender. Created date is a column which is already inbuilt generated. As you can see, this doesn't require to insert, this generates automatically. Okay, so this is my table. Now the first step will be to operate these things. First step will be to create a stored procedure to insert these data, these text boxes value. If we want to insert, then we have to create a stored procedure. So to speed this whole process, I have already written stored procedure which I'll show you in a bit. Just hold on. Yeah, you can see this is my actually stored procedure having name SP insert registration. So I hope that you know how to create store procedure. So this is column name, F name, last name, email ID, password, gender. And if not exist, we use actually to check whether the data, whether the email ID, whether a particular column exists in a table or not. So this is the code which is checking whether email ID is available with my table or not. So then this is nothing, you know very well, these are very basic things. If you don't know, then don't worry, I'll just give you this store procedure in my description box. So first step to create a table and then store procedure. We have already completed these two steps. Now let me show you the coding. So let's jump to Visual Studio. So as you can see, this is my design having a text box, first name, last name, email ID, email and password, and this is a radio button. I hope you know these things, and this is button to insert. So button having a name BTN register, ID is BTN register. Now let me show you the coding .cs. So these are the namespaces which we have added, and this is my connection string, global function, and this is my actually stored procedure name, SP insert stored procedure. So what actually I'm doing, first I am extracting the gender what actually I have selected. So if radio button 1 is checked, then gender male will be, and if radio button 2 is checked, then gender will be female. So I have stored this gender into a string naming having name gender. Now I have called a function which is having a different kind of parameters. Parameters are text txt f name, last name, email ID, password and gender. Gender is nothing, this is string, and this is my stored procedure. Actually I'm passing stored procedure and one LBL message. Now the definition of this function, you can see, go to definition and you can find, or you can directly go from here, app code global function. So this is my global function. So definition of the function is written here. It is also passing a first name parameter as a parameter, f name, last name, email, password, gender, proname is basically my procedure name, stored procedure name, and this is LBL message. And what we are going here, this is just a connection starting, connection open, and the command type is a stored procedure and command text is proname. This is command text, okay, and we have already passed what? We have passed up procedure name SP insert registration, and again this is a parameter value, add with f name, last name, email ID, email, password and gender. And it is if I equal to -1, then it is saying email ID already exists, otherwise successfully registered. This is nothing, I'll just give you this code in my description box, don't worry. So, and we are calling here. Now what we are checking, we are just checking whether LBL message is successfully registered. If it is registered, then clear, we are calling clear function to clear the text boxes. This is what actually we are doing. So I hope you got this, how to achieve this. I'll give you this entire code in a description box. If you don't get this code, then please do comment below. Okay, let me once again run this, execute this. Go to function, let me run this. Ravi Kumar, email ID ravi@gmail.com, password 12345 and mail, register. Yeah, it is successfully registered. Now I will insert once again Prince Kumar, prince@gmail.com, password 12345 and mail. Okay, now I'll run once again Ankita Sharma, Ankita@gmail.com, 12345 and female. Now I will lastly one record I will try to insert Ankita Sharma. I'll change this Ankita Kumari. Email ID, I just want to keep same email ID to show you whether it is working fine or not, checking availability or not. Okay, 12345 and female. Now register. Now it is alerting email ID already exists. Now I will change Ankita 1 and once again insert. Yeah, it is successfully registered. So we have inserted almost 6 to 7 record. Now I'll show you in my database. So this is my table, user TBL registration, and let me show you the record. As you can see, I'll just zoom this. It's not possible. Okay, 5 records we have inserted. One is Dev, Ravi, Prince, Ankita, and once again Ankita with different email ID. As you can see, Ankita@gmail.com, and the 5th record is Ankita1@gmail.com. And actually we haven't selected the gender column in record 3 while inserting. Actually we are not doing the validation, that's why it has no value. Okay, so this is actually what I wanted to explain you. I hope that you got this very well. In my next class, what I'll teach you, once a person is registering and it is successful, then it will send an email. So in my upcoming video, I'll show you how to send email after a successful registration. Okay, so I'll just close this session today. I hope you like this video. If you like, please do share my videos, and also I require your valuable feedback. Thanks for watching.